And welcome to Geek Podcast number 54. 3 Geeks Podcast 54. Sorry, forgot the 3 there. I think it's good enough. We can
all right.
we can just hack the 3, right?
I was gonna bite the head off a chicken over here. We'll be fine.
There we go. You're gonna do that, Dan? That'd be good.
Oh, sure.
We might be able to get some views on that.
Why not? Let me go find one.
Oh man! So tonight you've got myself. You've got Max over here in his lovely picture. Dan, just chilling out the chair. So Mike McG can't join us tonight, but definitely check him out on his YouTube channel, Mike McG TV. And then Jason is unfortunately not feeling too well. He seemed to decided to have a fight with his dinner, and the dinner won.
So again, we are at the puking conversation where now I guess Liz is already be home, but do you think she's helping him throw up, or do you think he's got it?
I think it's both. She tries to help and then she pukes. You get that going,
man.
right?
Yeah, the chain reaction.
Yep.
Next thing you know, all 30,000 kids are throwing up. It's crazy.
Oh man.
This is a lovely podcast so far.
What's a podcast without vomit, Dan?
Headless chickens and tons of vomit.
Exactly. See, I mean, that's a perfect segue. You bite the head off the chicken, people vomit.
Anywho.
So, did you all do anything? Actually, I know you, Mr. Dan, actually finished all of Luke Cage.
Yep.
What would be your non-spoiler thoughts? Because we're going to go into the spoiler review next week. That'll be all of us.
I would say it's awesome. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I watched it all on Friday. Really good. Max will beat me. So.
Poor Max. And if you all haven't figured it out, Max has yet to see anything, unfortunately. I think he's seen some trailers. Right, Max?
Yeah, no, I saw all the trailers for it, but Magic the Gathering has taken over my life in a bad way. I actually have a problem. I'm thinking about going to a meeting because the new set for Magic the Gathering dropped, and I've been awake for like 36 hours at a time and just playing this game. So yeah, it's I haven't watched any Luke Cage, unfortunately, but
All right, we lost you there for a second, Max. But so I didn't get a chance to finish it either. I'm not as blessed as Dan, unfortunately, because I'm very much looking forward to it. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and it's really good so far. It's definitely should check out Dan's review on our website 3geeks.ninja. Basically, I would definitely go with what you said, Dan. That it's very down to earth so far, so that's very cool. All right. So otherwise, what I also got to see this weekend was Magnificent 7, which was, I thought I had seen the original, but when I actually looked back after I watched it, I was like, I had not seen the original because I was assuming they were taking a John Wayne flick, when in fact the Man in Black is Yul Brynner from the original. I had not seen that one. It was a good movie. It's a fun movie. I wouldn't call it like a great movie. I wouldn't call it as good as 3:10 to Yuma or True Grit, but it definitely was a decent Western remake. A lot of fun. They modernized it enough, I think, especially considering the original was very different. And this one, they actually kind of gave you the perspective of it's a Western town that was under the threat of a somewhat unbelievable premise towards the end, because I'm like, this guy would be so filthy rich and willing to lose all his money for nothing, because he basically ends up trying to retake the town after the Magnificent Seven get there with a lot of money. Dan, did you get a chance to do anything interesting other than Luke Cage?
Not really. Call of Duty World at War is backwards compatible on the Xbox One now.
Nice.
Just been playing the crap out of that.
Getting ready for Battlefield 1, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That was my favorite Call of Duty game. So there you go.
Oh, nice. See, yeah, for me it was Modern Warfare was my favorite, and then the other ones just kind of. World War was a lot of fun though. I will say that.
But those bouncing Bettys, man, you just plop them down and run off, and hear people curse at you in the lobby. It's great.
Oh, that's true. And then, as we heard, Max, you've been knees deep in Magic.
Yeah, I believe the term is balls deep, sir.
Balls deep. I was. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you wanted
quote me
to give people that image.
Yeah, I mean, I know. But if you're gonna quote me, you have to say it right. Yeah, it's just Magic the Gathering. The new set dropped, so I haven't. I've just been playing that for hours now. I had to take a day off today, just because it's been so bad. But like, I was actually really surprised that I did Animaniacs yesterday with Dan and Scott, just because I was like, I could have been playing Magic, and instead I was watching cartoons. So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, I'm back. I went to a meeting. I think I got my addiction back under control.
I was gonna say, Max, if you completely gave in that much the way you were talking, you were gonna need meetings. But I'm glad to hear Animaniacs got you straight.
Yeah, but so yeah, Luke Cage. I'll watch that tonight and tomorrow, and that'll be my weekend.
Nice. Yeah, so the wife's out of town, so I'm not allowed to watch any more Luke Cage until she gets back. So.
Oh, that sucks. I would watch it and just tell her I didn't.
Yeah. Watch it all and just act surprised. Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I mean, fuck it. Apparently,
awesome.
It's so good you're gonna want to watch it twice anyway. So I mean, fuck.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I'll do that if I go see a movie that I like. I'll be like, hey, we should go watch this movie with one of my, somebody else. They'll be like, oh, have you already seen it? No. Because nobody wants to go if you've already seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Dan?
So you're saying that you watched the Warcraft movie before we went to go see it then?
No, all of that was just pure. That was the first time I'd ever laid eyes on that fucking movie, and it was so terrible. Yeah, there's no way I would have gone to see it again. and I would have warned you away from it if it was. Of course, Dan, you might have gone to see it regardless, just because you like really shitty movies.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am a film masochist, so yes, that'll.
So speaking of, that was a great segue, guys. Speaking of video game films, J.J. Abrams is really trying to take, I guess, Portal and bring it to the big screen. I'm kind of curious to hear either of you. I know, Dan, you played it. I don't know if you played it, Max. So I'd be curious to hear your all's opinions. From my perspective, I think there's a lot of comedy in it that could actually be done really well and really interesting. But I think you kind of need to think about your perspective that you're going to take on it. But I definitely think it's something that's more adaptable because it's a small realm that you don't have a lot to mess with, don't have a lot of things you have to utilize in the world to be true to the fans or be faithful to the medium. So I think it's actually something that has a little bit more exploratory realm. Unlike, to me, I don't know. I think Assassin's Creed's gonna flop. In my opinion. We'll see. I mean, everyone says the trailer looks like what they want. I disagree. I mean, I guess if you want to watch a video game on TV, maybe. Dan?
First of all, I might have to jump on you on the Assassin's Creed one. Have you seen the Italian movie that they made? No,
I have not. I didn't know they made one.
I've got it somewhere in the stack here.
That's awesome.
As far as Portal flick, I mean, the game, I like the interaction. Characters, I don't remember their names now.
Yeah, I don't either. GLaDOS is the computer.
GLaDOS. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you can make a decent movie. I just don't want more cake memes again.
The answer?
Whoop. What
I lost
happened
you there for a
there?
second. Yeah. We're having some
Okay.
technical difficulties. Sorry, folks.
Hey,
No more cake memes. That's all I want.
I never played Portal, so I got nothing for this one.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I think the only thing, like I said, I think the interaction is what could actually be interesting, and especially, I don't know if you played the sequel, Dan, but the sequel was really. The first one, it was a much better game, I think, because it was more short and to the point and much more discovery. But the first one actually had, or the second one, sorry, actually had more interaction between you and, oh my God, I can't even think of the guy's name, the British actor who was it? I think he hosted the Emmys or is it the Oscars? Ricky Gervais. He did a voice and he actually did it really well. And it was actually really good timing and he kind of played off on the player, so I think that worked out well. But I definitely think it could be intriguing, more so than most. Because, well, I mean, I would say Doom doesn't have much, but Doom, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have hope at all. Maybe I'm just a Doom depressed person, but that's okay. I'm fine with that.
Doom the movie, so.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
now you have to go into that, Dan. Why?
Oh, for real?
Oh, it's just, I mean, you check your brain at the door and you go in and you watch The Rock and
you like it because of how crappy it is.
Some giant piggy man in a wheelchair. You know, I mean, it's not a good movie, but again, I've got that behind me somewhere. I on that one. So
nice. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I think the only thing I own is not based on it. Oh no, I own Silent Hill. That's probably the worst video game adaptation that I own.
Oh, the first one was actually pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a fun movie, but I mean, I guess it's better than most. That's really not saying a lot, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's like it's better than Yule Bolt movies.
That guy doesn't make movies. He makes tax write-offs.
Yeah. Woo! I could get political with the news, but I'm gonna not touch that one with 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
This is admittedly so. Like this guy knows what he's doing.
No, I mean, I always thought it was funny that the House of the Dead 2, which had a smaller budget than Uwe Boll's film, was a much better film. It's not saying a whole lot, but it was at least, you know, intriguing that you wanted to see if the characters lived at the end.
Nice.
You know, the first House of the Dead, I don't know. They're shooting for like one scene, and then there's a sword fight, and some guy can't die, and I got.
That's awesome, Dan. Yeah. So like, well, that I know what you mean. I know what you mean there. I was actually, I don't know. I was interested to see what they could do with Postal. I wanted to see if they could go all the way and just go and be absolutely insanely offensive, and they did not even try.
No,
it wasn't even a fun movie. It was just stupid. But anyways,
I thought it was kind of amusing, but I never want to see it again. So
I don't know. I just enjoyed the game for the irreverence. The fact that you can piss on people, light them on fire, and then piss out the fire. But anyways,
no, you use a cat as a silencer.
Yep, that too.
How does that work?
Every time you
put
fire,
the cat
it goes,
on the end of a gun.
I don't see any scenario where the cat works as a silencer.
That's why it's a video game.
Oh, dang. Oh, I love that, Max. That was awesome. Hey, man. All right, so where to go next? I mean, I guess what we can do is, go back to our childhoods. So they're bringing Teddy Ruxpin back. And I guess I'm not terribly surprised because technology finally got there. I just don't know how they're going to tie it in and sell it to kids. Are they gonna sell it to you, Max? Is that the goal?
I didn't want a fucking Teddy Ruxpin. Those things creep me the math out.
Isn't that the point, though? I mean, like, I would buy them and then, like, hand them out to kids on Halloween.
That's awesome.
Here, kid. Have some nightmare fuel for the next 3 years.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That's awesome. I think I was trying to remember. I can't remember if I actually had one as a kid. I think one of my friends did. Didn't really creep me out, but it never really interested me either. But I do remember. I remember the cartoon series, which was not really a cartoon series. It's just a giant ad. Welcome to the 80s for anyone who did not experience it. But it happens today, but not as much. I mean, if you're going to talk about creepy and odd, I definitely like this other one that you mentioned, Max. The Christopher Walken heads, statues of heads in a New York City park. At first, I would think I would laugh, and then with the sheer number of them, because I didn't see exactly how many. I don't remember reading it. They had an exact number, but it would definitely begin to creep me out. Just going, really? Did they just love Christopher Walken this much? Is this some like odd foreboding? What's up, Dan? Max?
I'm sorry. Before we get off of the Teddy Ruxpin,
you got something?
I was thinking that would be a good tie-in for fucking. God damn it! When people stop pinging us on freaking. Anyway, it'd be a good tie-in for Audible. You know, like Audible should get with these Teddy Ruxpin guys. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Very true. I mean, you could either have Teddy Ruxpin read to you, or you could just get it from Audible and not be creeped out.
No. I mean, like you get it from Audible and then Teddy Ruxpin read it. So you you get your Teddy Ruxpin and then you go to www.audible.com or audibletrial.com/3geeks on your Teddy Ruxpin. And then you download your first free book, and then you get over 180,000 titles for Teddy to read to you.
Nice. I like it.
You should have the option of having Teddy Ruxpin read you Star Trek novels in George Takei's voice.
That would be fucking awesome.
I don't know that you could concentrate, though.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, I got to dip out for a second, but I'll be right back.
No worries, Max. We'll see you in a bit. I love it. That was a brilliant idea. A brilliant idea, Dan. That would and Max, I guess, for the first part of it, just that would up the creep factor. Could you imagine like reading like my? No, I doubt that's on. I'm trying to think of something creepy. Mein Kampf. I don't think that's on Audible.
Mein Kampf.
Have Teddy Ruxpin read that to you. Oh God, that would just be so awesome. I'm sure somebody's gonna make a video of that.
No, you gotta slow it down though. The reading speed.
Oh God.
Like, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Oh man. Oh. All right. So back to Mr. Walken. What did you think, Dan? Were you intrigued by this? Confused by this?
I think it's kind of neat. I mean, it's this dude's artistic expression. My only thing is the heads should dance. You should put them on like giant springs, and they could just kind of dance around.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Or maybe make them sing. Put a speaker in like select few, and
then when you walk by,
you would get Christopher Walken's bouncing head singing to you.
I think that would be more creepy than what it's currently at. I think people might be freaked out by that. But I guess if it's always bouncing, it's okay. But if you suddenly walked by it and then it started bouncing,
it needs some kind of hydraulic spring loading there. when you walk by, it just shoots up and starts singing.
Okay.
And you never know like which one it is, because it would be like every sixth one randomly.
Oh, that would be awesome. Get a oh my God, was it Fat Boy Slim? Where that music video that he danced
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
That would be awesome. Have that playing on one of the heads and he's just dancing. Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Just
And
have like,
go
oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Nick.
Have like one walking head, like giant one in the middle that just gives you sage advice. It's call it the magic walking head.
Oh my God. Yeah, that this sounds like a temple of walking. But that's about what I thought when I saw it. It was interesting though. It's definitely interesting. Uh, we'll have to see if I wonder if Mike will get a chance to see it since I know he's relatively close. That'd be interesting to see his perspective if he gets a chance, especially in person. So the other news that I'm going to wait for Max because I know Max likes Adventure Time, and this one kind of surprised me. So I'll just preface it. But usually in cartoons, very rarely do you see somebody basically talk about that. You know what? I'm going to terminate this after so many seasons. And the creator Dan, I can't remember his name now.
Pendleton Ward.
Pendleton Ward actually has said he wants it to end after 9 seasons. They're going to be on season 8 now, so you've got 2 more to enjoy. So I'm kind of interested. It makes me more intrigued now. Like I've only seen bits and like episodes here and there. I've never really continuously watched it. It makes me more intrigued to kind of see if he actually provides an actual arc and kind of closes the series, or if he just does what most cartoons do, which is, hey, happy ending. So we won't go too much into that. But Dan, do you have anything you want to talk about it? Maybe.
I mean, it might be a good thing because when TV shows started having like an arc and an actual like end time, you know, it actually let them finish out the show instead of just have it like, you know, one-shot episodes. So, I mean, it might be cool to have Adventure Time end like that. I don't want to see it end because I love Adventure Time. But I mean, if it allows it to have like, you know, an awesome ending that's more than, you know, the conclusion of this week's you know thing, and then everybody laughs and that's the last episode, so see you later, guys. But you know, I mean, it could be neat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going at, because generally, especially, I've not really seen too many animated shows that I think South Park might, maybe. I don't know. It all really depends if they end. I don't think The Simpsons really will. Family Guy won't. There's not really very many animated shows that really take the art form. So it'd be interesting to see. Because I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the last season of Samurai Jack. I know he didn't get a chance to finish.
No,
that's right.
No, that's why they're bringing it back.
Yeah, I mean, even Rebels didn't really even get a chance to finish. They love, or no, Rebels. Wow, Clone Wars. Rebels is working right now, so they should hopefully get a chance to finish. Clone Wars didn't even get a chance to finish just because they ran out of time. I don't know if you watched it all, but
no.
The problem was in the last season, I think it was about halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, somewhere at that point when they found out that Disney was taking over, and that's it. And they're like, oh, so do we get like a 6th season? Yeah, 10 episodes. And like, oh, okay. And so they basically tried to end everything, and they did decently. They did pretty well, but there was other things that really could have been explored. And they have a lot of uncut material, like material they did, but just couldn't fit in. So it'll be interesting to actually ever see. I doubt that I'll ever see the light of day, just because that would have to fit in with canon, which is, it's interesting that the whole Disney thing made Star Wars more viable again, but it also made it like so much more like, I don't know, I guess more chic to be canon, for lack of a better term. We'll definitely have to. Go ahead.
Instead of having a giant sprawling, you know, thing, they've cut it back, so it's like a streamlined amoeba instead of a giant, just flaccid one laying on all over everything, and you know.
Oh my God!
That's what Star Wars is.
That sounds like the Schwartz.
Yes. Still waiting for my
Schwartz is not with
Spaceballs
you.
2, by the way.
Oh god, that'd be so awesome. That's never gonna happen though. Mel
Mhm.
Brooks is. That's just not gonna happen. Makes me
I
sad.
don't know.
No, it can't be done by anybody else but Mel Brooks, and I just
Oh,
don't think,
no.
I
But
just don't think he has the energy.
I don't know.
But that's too sad. Let's not talk about that. Let's go to Twitch Prime, the thing that I didn't know needed to exist. So for those of you that aren't aware, essentially, if you have an Amazon Prime account and you link it to Twitch, you get some fringe benefits. I still haven't quite figured out exactly what those are because I don't really understand why they're selling it as Twitch Prime. Because I know that like if you subscribe to channels, you can get a free subscription for a month using your Amazon Prime account, so that way you don't have to see the ads. For I don't know if it's one channel or if it's a few channels, but it's not a lot. It's just a few. If more than one, I have to actually read that piece of it. And so that I thought was okay, but to me, this seems more the more reason really kind of why I want to talk about it is one, we're on YouTube, and two, Twitch at one point did not really seem like a competitor to YouTube because it very much was all about game streaming and all of that. Though more recently they've started to broaden, and a lot more people are using it as a viable medium. So from my perspective, what I'm thinking this means, and I'd be interested to hear, I don't know if you got a chance to read the article too much, Dan, what your thoughts are on like Twitch, like combining with Amazon and trying to do this whole Prime thing. Because the other part of it is something that you already get with Amazon Prime, which is like games early. Oh, except now Amazon has now guaranteed working with Twitch that you'll get a physical copy of the game, not digital. Physical copy of the game day one when the game comes out. So like if you pre-order it, it'll show up at, I don't know if midnight. I still question that part of it. I mean, that would be really cool, but oh my god, how the hell are they going to get all these people to deliver?
He's got Teddy Ruxpin drones like flying around out outside your house in the dark. Like, here's your game. Here's your game.
Oh shit, that would be awesome. So what, do you have any thoughts on that, Dan? Twitch Prime.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to get your game on day one when you pre-order it. That's kind of the whole idea of pre-ordering things. I don't really watch Twitch. I've watched a couple streams of like their Pokemon thing when they're trying to get like so many million people to move one guy. That was kind of funny. But I mean, as YouTube starts squeezing people out, they're going to go somewhere else. So why not Amazon and Twitch?
Yeah, so I actually just I forgot about that. In 2014, Amazon bought Twitch. So that all makes sense.
Yeah.
So actually what I was comparing was accurate. Just it's not called Amazon Video. Or Amazon, I don't even know. Video or Amazon Twitch, whatever. Anyways.
Amazon game thing to waste your time.
Amazon's YouTube. There you go. Oh Lord, they'd get so sued. That'd be awesome though. But yeah, to me, I agree. Like, I think it's just a way to try and attract people, and as well as I read part of it, it actually includes a service that was included in Twitch called Twitch Turbo. So essentially, now if you pay your Amazon Prime subscription, you get that as part of it. So that's actually probably kind of cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
I've already got Prime, so we're good.
Exactly, and I think that's their point, right? Is to try and attract people like me and you. That like I take advantage of the music a little bit, not as much as I probably could, and then I take a little bit on the Kindle, but nowhere near everything else besides the free shipping. That's what I think they get most people, and also the video. Though I would argue that that's not high yet. It's not Netflix.
As long as they keep all the seasons of Doctor Who on it, I'll happily spring for the video.
They've got Dan. They've got Dan.
Yeah. Well, they used to be on Netflix and Hulu, and like like Amazon was just like, nope, that's mine now. Give me that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Amazon's trying to make it make a reason why you need to subscribe to Amazon, because for the longest time, it really wasn't very much that was exclusive except for FX shows. That's what they got. They finally got an exclusivity on that. And even then, at one point, it wasn't all shows from FX, because I remember American Horror Story. Oh, no, it wasn't Fox. It was, oh, God, TNT? Yeah, it was TNT and USA shows. I think.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because it wasn't FX. I remember that for a while now. Now I think FX is exclusive to Amazon, too.
Yeah, I just know I couldn't watch Hannibal on anything else. And then when I got past season 2, I didn't want to watch Hannibal. So
you really got one season left. I mean, I haven't finished season 3, admittedly.
Yeah, no. No, it's just totally lost. I was okay all through season 2 with all the stupid plot turns, but as soon as he goes to Italy, I was gone. I was like, no, that's not a prequel. That's what happens in Hannibal.
Oh. Yeah. So they're sort of doing a prequel, and they were supposed to actually go into Silence of the Lambs, which supposedly halfway into season 3 they did. They like jumped into the future because they ran out of time.
But they already went to the future. Oh, and he only has 5 fingers. That bugs me.
As opposed to 6?
Yes, he's supposed to have 6 fingers.
Oh, okay. So that's from the books. I never read the books.
Yes.
I gotcha.
I mean, I slogged through the Thomas Harris books just to see them screw up the whole thing after that crappy movie prequel came out.
Oh, the Red Dragon?
No, Hannibal Rising.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that made him very human. Way more human than he really is.
No, it made him dumb.
I mean, I guess if you didn't like the plot reasonings, I get that. But I didn't really think it was. I thought it was. To me, it didn't really follow the Hannibal. It didn't feel like it.
It didn't, and that's what the series did too. I mean, it's acted really well. It's just that the actors don't get to do anything, that cool anymore. As I watched.
So you missed the bloodbath then?
Whatever.
That was the end of season 2.
No, I watched that. That was okay. Then he runs off to Italy with his old psychiatrist buddy, and I'm glad that Gillian Anderson is getting work, but I don't think she really needs to be there. And
yeah, that was supposed to be his cycle. It was weird. So for me, it wasn't so much. That's interesting, Dan, that you actually got turned off because it didn't feel like Hannibal. I got turned off because it just got weird. It gets very, very weird in season 3, like even more than the second one.
Oh, no, I just got bored. I mean,
okay.
I mean, I appreciate that you know that you're giving me like I guess props for being up here, and it's like that is just not Hannibal, but it got bored.
See, that's funny. I didn't get bored. I just got confused, and I just stopped caring because I felt that they were trying to make it too convoluted, and that's what I think actually hurt the show.
Everything had to have a psychological quandary, and it's just like it's just start killing and eating people. That's what I want to watch.
Oh, he did that just quietly.
What are we on to?
So this is just a sidetrack. It's not really even a topic. It's Hannibal.
Awesome.
We were talking about the Hannibal series.
Yes, and why Hannibal sucks now. Hannibal.
Why Dan quit after season 2, and then I quit halfway into season 3, even though I still am curious to see where they went.
Yeah, I only actually watched season 1 of Hannibal. Or no, I did watch season 2.
And you saw the bloodbath, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then you saw the end of season 2.
Yeah. So I mean, but I liked it, but it was made for TV, so they kind of had, they had to put some filler in there. That's all. And just like anything, it's like it's the Dragon Ball Z syndrome. Their little psychological quandaries are like that's travel time in Dragon Ball Z. That's what you equate that.
Okay, so I might enjoy it more if I just pretend that Hannibal is in a Capsule Corporation ship going toward Namek.
Yes, exactly. He's got the gravity set up to like gravity, and he's just in there training.
I can't lift my arm to eat the people.
Oh god, that's awesome. Oh, so Max, while you went away, we did talk about that Adventure Time. Pendleton. Tim Pendleton. What's his first name?
Pendleton Ward.
Pendleton Ward. I remember Pendleton. But Pendleton Ward actually said that season 9 is actually going to be the final season. They're going to be on season 8. I don't know if it started yet or not. But so you have 2 seasons left. Are you surprised by this? And then what do you think, Max? I already got Dan's answer.
I like Adventure Time, but that show is fucking weird. And I'm not exactly sure that it's for children. And that's I am surprised it lasted as long as it did. But
okay.
I'm also gonna miss it. I actually haven't watched it in like 3 seasons, so I need to get caught up. But I was actually kind of I thought it would be over by now, so I was kind of waiting for it to be over, so I could just watch it all and know that I was gonna find out the end, because everything's so fucking weird in that show. But,
so you can tie everything together.
Yeah. So it sucks that it's ending, but it did have a really, really long run. So that's something good, and I think that things should end. Like I hate it when it carries on for too long.
The Simpsons.
Like the Big Bang Theory, I think could have ended a while ago.
After the
pilot. Wow. All right, Dan. So you can't say that and then not say anything else. Why do you want Big Bang Theory to end right after the pilot? Go.
Really? Okay, fine. Because Big Bang Theory, it's not made by nerds for nerds. It's made by a committee that thinks it knows what nerds are.
Okay. I agree with you. It's very cliche.
Chuck was a show made by nerds for nerds. I mean, the first episode, they go to a Halloween party as the worm from Dune. But Big Bang Theory, it's just I don't know. It seems hollow to me.
Yeah, it's like the Starbucks of nerdery.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars. There we go. That's nerd. That'll carry.
I get you there. Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I definitely feel that a lot of them are cliche, but that's for better or worse what you're going to get. But yes, I do think it tried to cash in on what became popular and it. I think in some regards, I wouldn't really say it pushes forward anything. I think, if anything, it kind of pushes some things backwards. Quite a bit, actually. But as far as like comedy, it's actually decently well written. But is it for me? I guess I don't look for much out of a sitcom other than can it make me laugh consistently? Because I will agree with you. Like IT Crowd is probably more accurate to nerdery than what this show is. Because the Chuck was. Well, you brought up the word, Dan, so I had to use it. I liked it. So, yeah, then Big Bang is. And that's interesting. I mean, I've heard that perspective from others. I was just kind of curious why your perspective was, if it was the cliche part or if you just didn't care for the type of humor or what it was.
Both?
Yeah, I mean, but also it is fucking just your average sitcom, you know what I'm saying? Like, Big Bang happens in every fucking sitcom, and, it's nothing new. It's like...
No.
It's fucking Family Matters, and it's going to be the same shit.
Well, different. I would definitely argue Family Matters is more family. oriented than necessarily Big Bang Theory, but I get you.
You know what I'm saying, though.
I mean, to me, it's so I would say, I'm trying to think of a show that, because the problem is for me, I hate sitcoms. I generally hate sitcoms. I used to like them when I was much younger, especially when I was like a kid growing up. But then as I've gotten older, I've become more picky. Like the funny thing is, the real reason why I like South Park and somewhat Family Guy, that wanes, that usually goes in and out on episodes, is one, Family Guy is just irreverent. They don't care. And some of the things are cash cows that they're just trying to grab in. Some of them are interesting. And then I love South Park because it's actually referential. One, it's timely usually. And then it's usually very, it has some weight to it, which is what I think Dan is talking about with Big Bang Theory. And then even what Max is going into, really, is that there's just nothing there. It's hollow. And I agree to some extent, Max, but I just think the jokes are better written than on most shows. That's the only thing.
Have you seen the sitcom lineup? I mean, that's
not saying much. I agree. Sitcoms need to get better. That's why I don't really care for them. But I agree with you, Dan. All right. So, JDF, Jason. Wow.
Jason
I don't know why Justin.
David Frank. You fucking say it right, Philip. God damn it, you deserve your respect.
Oh, shit. Jason
like
David
Philip
Frank.
Just,
go ahead.
You just turn into me for a second there. Like, her name is playing something and everybody else seems to be happy about it.
Pretty much, that's exactly where I am. I tried to look this up as to why I should care. And I still couldn't care.
It's cool, man.
So he's going to be Bloodshot on a digital web series. Go. Go, Max, go. Make me care.
He was the Green Ranger. He was the White Ranger. I don't know what. If you don't care, then obviously you're not a human being with a soul. Is all I'm saying.
Can I run counterpoint?
Go.
Jason David Frank is the heart and soul of everything he commits himself to. Okay, he instantly becomes the heart and soul of that.
That's not saying much for Power Rangers.
Yes, it's saying everything for Power Rangers. Power Rangers is awesome.
Oh god, I only wish Jason were on.
I kid. I am actually kidding. I just want
to. It's all good. I like it. It's more fun.
I want to state that for the record.
No, sorry, sir. We've quoted you. It's over. I'm cutting the rest.
Yeah. I mean, you can quote me, but I've also stated for the record that this is a joke. Just, in case anyone's like, holy crap, this guy's got a rock hard boner for Jason David Frank.
Oh, God. I mean, the character of Bloodshot seems actually interesting. But supposedly, I don't know, I was trying to find out more about like what's actually happening because I guess Valiant Comics, I don't really know too much about it. I think I don't know, what was it, Mike that was talking about Valiant, or was it you, Dan? I don't remember. One of you all were talking about it a few months ago. But apparently
I talked about Valiant Comics.
Was it you, Max? All right.
Yes. I like a few of those.
Okay. Well, so that was an interesting piece because I learned up the history on them and apparently how they changed hands and now they're back in the original creators. And what was more interesting to me is apparently they're trying to make movies and TV series. So I'm not really sure where this fits in with their whole universe, I guess, because apparently he's going to be starring in a digital web series. I mean, the picture looked really, really cool. I will say that. He definitely looked pretty cool in the makeup, but I have no idea that they could actually, because I actually read more about Bloodshot and apparently he has nanites, and he can shapeshift and he can interact with technology. And I was like, I don't really see them being able to make that great, especially on a web series, but maybe I'll reserve judgment until I see it. But definitely it sounded like an interesting character, but I don't know. Didn't pull me in enough, but apparently they're going to make a Harbinger movie. I mean, I don't know too much about it.
I never read Bloodshot.
Okay.
But Harbinger I have read, and that's pretty cool. That one's just about like this company starts awakening people's like psychic powers, and fucking one of them goes nuts like Akira style. So
cool.
it's pretty cool. And then there's Exo Manowar, which is like their kind of like their Iron Man.
Okay.
He's like a freaking Visigoth warrior,
Okay.
and he gets abducted by aliens, and the aliens take him off because like they just need slaves, so they grab up a bunch of people, and then he eventually like leads a revolt against the aliens and steals their fucking like most powerful weapon, which is the Exo Manowar armor, and then he goes back to Earth, but it's like fucking 4,000 years later, so like like the Visigoths are all dead, and it's like modern day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty badass. So I'm hoping, if they can do Bloodshot and he's supposed to have all this cool nanite technology, but I mean, like, that might actually be easy to film, like, without a bunch of CG.
Okay.
Because really, if all he's doing is like healing, the shape shifting I don't think would cost you very much, as long as he's shape shifting into people. And
True.
And the the taking over computer technology shit would be an easy effect to do too. So it might not actually be that expensive.
Okay.
To film that.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm saying. But like Exo Manowar, I think would be super expensive.
To make it look good.
Especially for the third sequel, when he has to team up with Iron Man. Because then you gotta pay Tony Stark to be in there.
Did I read somewhere that they're doing Ninjak or something like that too? Has anyone else heard anything about that?
No.
I didn't hear confirmation of it, but I did see that they got like a 9-figure amount of money to make at least 3 or 4 movies. So in theory, the only ones that they confirmed were Harbinger and Bloodshot, and then Ninjak was rumored.
Okay, yeah, Ninjak would also be fucking awesome, and you can do that one on the cheap because all he is a dude who's a ninja, and he kills people.
And his name's Jack.
That one is probably one they should lead off with, just because if they fuck it up, then it's going to be the cheapest one to film.
Well, so I think they seem to be going your route, because just basically on how you described Harbinger, it actually seems somewhat unique and somewhat original. So that seems to be what they're going with first.
Yeah, they can kind of use Harbinger to set up the whole universe. It in the comic books, it's kind of that way also.
Okay.
So that would make sense.
Interesting. It'd be interesting to kind of see that. All right. So that's it for the news topics. I guess we can kind of go into our retrospective that we've been doing. So this week we have Thor and Captain America. What was interesting, because I'll lead off here, with at least for the Thor piece of it, is I remember being more excited for Thor than I was Captain America. And then I remember watching both of them and enjoying Captain America more, which saddened me a little bit, but that's okay. Who wants to go next? I mean, I'll add a little bit more detail later, but Max?
Yeah, when I was afraid for Thor, because I was like, this is the hokiest Avenger. This is going to be, the one where people just jump ship. Like I was like, this is gonna kill the comic book movie right here. But it was a totally watchable movie, and it didn't get so absolutely absurd, and they handled it really well. So I liked that. My Thor experience was a little different than yours, Philip, because I was pleasantly surprised. But Captain America, I really liked it the first time I watched it, but then I kind of it lost its luster after that. But when I think about it, like they kind of made the movie like they made the comic books. Like it was kind of a hokey, like World War II kind of like, sign up, we gotta beat the Nazis, and I'm gonna punch Hitler right in the face.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So the movie kind of fit the way the comic books came out. But what I wanted from Captain America was like Saving Private Ryan, the Captain America.
Oh, jeez.
That would have been so fucking awesome. But Dan, what were your first reactions to those?
Thor, I really liked. He's one of my favorite comic book heroes. I think they did a good job to get the whole like Thor experience. I guess you need multiple movies, and it was a good stepping off point. I wanted more monsters and stuff, not just one giant metal trash can that breathes fire. But all in all, well, okay. I mean, it's a trash can with ridges. But it was good. I mean, I thought Hemsworth, pulled off the character nicely. Captain America, I think was my least favorite of the Avengers first films.
Okay.
I can tell you that.
What's that? Oh, yeah. It wasn't a bad film. It was just kind of like, meh. It's cool. You got Red Skull and stuff happens.
Yeah, I liked how they did Red Skull.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean it's better than the 70s Captain America.
Oh God.
Although I was sad he didn't throw his bike up on a bridge and
Oh, damn.
Didn't he
That
do
would've been
something
great.
with the bike though? Didn't he throw it?
I don't know.
That was the sequel, wasn't it? Where he basically took on a helicopter off the bike.
Oh.
I think that was the sequel. Because I know what you're talking about, Dan. Or Max. Sorry.
No. In the first one, he uses his bike to he ramps it off, and so he jumps off of it, and it explodes the front gate of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The old World War II bike. I think he did that in the sequel. That actually makes me wonder. I think he did something. Oh, I might have to go back and look through.
In the second one, he attacks the little freaking jet fighter.
Jet fighter.
Up, and he attacks it on the motorcycle as well.
Nice. And apparently Captain America is the evil Knievel of the Marvel movie universe.
I mean, there's also Wolverine who would be a contender, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I mean, I figure it's harder for Wolverine to do stunts because his bone structure is so heavy. That, it's harder for Wolverine to do jumps. He's got to go X amount faster than Captain America would.
This is true. Very true.
I think we forgot about Ghost Rider. Would be the evil Knievel, wouldn't he? I mean,
yeah,
sure.
If you want to get fucking super technical about it, I guess the actual motorcycle jumping Daredevil in the Marvel universe would qualify as the motorcycle jumping Daredevil in the Marvel universe. Dan.
So do I need to say Marvel Cinematic Universe? Will that close you out, Dan?
Well, you just busted your own bubble, with the JDF thing, so I didn't get to do it. So there.
Oh God, that's awesome. But yeah, I guess for me, what I was hoping, I was like you, Dan. I was actually hoping more for the off-world, non-Earth experience, which I guess is what Max was getting into, is that might make people go away. But that's what I was kind of looking for, is the monsters, the other worldly piece of it, because that was the part that intrigued me more. And as far as Captain America, I didn't expect much, and it was a fun, like Max was saying, a fun World War II romp. I mean, he had some human moments, and I felt that they perfectly cast. Oh, good Lord, why the heck can I think of his name instead of him as why can't I think of Captain America's the actor?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yes, he was much better, I think, as Captain America than he was as Johnny Storm.
I thought he kicked ass as Johnny Storm. To be honest, I mean. The only good thing about the Fantastic Four movies is Chris Evans. Like that was the role. If you saw Not Another Teen Movie, I really like that one. I mean, they're all dumb, but I really like that one. And I think it's just because Chris Evans has got that comedic timing, and he plays that sports, that jockey, asshole guy really well.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I remember enjoying the movie, I think it was called Cell, with Chris Evans and, oh God, I can't even remember her name now. But anyways, Cellular, that's what it was called.
Yeah. And Kim Basinger was in that.
Kim Basinger, yes. I was going to say, I knew it was an actress that hadn't done anything in a while. But anyways.
Even that one was freaking tolerable. And then that Push movie that he was in with freaking Dakota Fanning, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's true. I get you. I get you. Chris Evans brings it.
Chris Evans, a new way to like movies.
You know what? I didn't like that Snowpiercer or whatever the fuck.
What?
Everyone was going on and on.
Oh,
about
I love that movie.
See? I don't know why.
It's depressing. It's very depressing. It's not a happy movie at all. But I don't know. I just enjoyed it, and he did a good job in there. But yes, it doesn't have his usual MO. But
back to Captain America.
After we talk about the end of the world and that death is inevitable, we'll go back to happy times. So I really liked the Red Skull. I really thought, oh my god, the guy who Hugo Weaving, the guy who plays in everything. Yet you never really can recognize him in everything he does. Because he was also in, because I love him in that. I love him obviously as in the Matrix. Agent Smith, and then as well in Lord of the Rings. So he just does really good at his roles.
Vendetta.
I see. I always forget he's in that just because
it might just be his voice. I think.
Yeah. I think he's good at. That's what I mean. He's just really good at going into roles. And unless you actually recognize, like in this movie, you at least get to see him, with a normal face at some points. But I really like the menacing part of him. And I enjoyed Loki. I thought he was interesting as a villain. Well, actually, sort of a villain, pseudo villain. Really, it was the trash can, as Dan said. That was the main key.
Badass trash can you've ever seen.
It's full of 20 Barnes and Nobles.
Freaking because it's like it's better than your trash compactor. It's an incinerator. So you just throw your trash in there, it burns it up, you're good to go.
Oh my. Yeah. So for that's probably my downside, but to me they're about equal, Captain America and Thor. So I would have to basically call them tied as far as the first series of movies. I really enjoyed Incredible Hulk and Iron Man much more than those two. And I definitely enjoyed Captain America, but I agree with you, Max. The more I saw it, the more cheesy it got. I do like the more I watch at least in the beginning, I won't say now, the more I watch Captain America, the more you saw the little nods to the future universe and the little things on the side. I think, where you start to actually get to Howard Stark and all of that, where you start to expand the universe. And even a little bit in the Incredible Hulk. Because I think it was the Incredible Hulk that had his shield, right? Captain America's shield.
No,
was that Iron Man?
That was Iron Man.
That was the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. He was using it as something completely different.
It was
that's
in the
right.
shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, so little things like that were pretty cool. But I can't really remember the big reveals in those two movies, like the little after screeners on those. I don't remember them being amazing. I like the first two. But then again, because I remember at the end of the Avengers where you get Thanos, that one was a big one as well, which was hilarious because I went to watch that movie with.
What is the okay?
Go ahead.
Was Captain? No, because that was which one was Thor's hammer?
Oh, that one shot that came on the DVD. Thor's hammer. That was wasn't that the Avengers, the sequel? Or are you thinking of?
No.
Which one?
No, it could have been the Avengers because Thor was in that.
Yeah.
It was something before Thor came out.
I thought it was Iron Man 2, wasn't it?
No, that couldn't be because
that
would be because Iron Man 2 didn't come out before, did it? Did we do this in the wrong order? Is that what you're saying, Dan?
I don't know.
I think we might have.
Again, you're giving me more and more credence than I probably deserve. But
yeah, I can't fact check this.
Well, I'm fact checking as we speak, and yes, you are correct. So in reality, we should have actually said Iron Man 2 sucked, and then Thor was better.
Okay, so Captain America came out after all that. Yeah.
Yes. Captain America was right before Avengers.
Okay, so next week are we talking about Iron Man 2 then?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do Iron Man 2. That's good though. We get Iron Man 2, and then we go Avengers. So you get the.
We can do that real quick.
No, I want to prepare for Iron Man 2 because that fucking movie was a fucking piece of shit.
Minus the one shot. I think that was the one with the one shot. For Thor.
Okay, I'm even gonna watch this again then. Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say we all own it.
Hmm?
I was gonna say we all own it, or do you not, Max?
Oh.
Fuck Iron Man 2. Why would I own
don't-
that piece of shit fucking movie?
Just because it fits in.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't own Iron Man 2.
Really?
Thank goodness.
Nope.
See, Dan's got some sense.
Alrighty then. Interesting. I was gonna say I didn't buy it because I loved it. I bought it just because it fits in.
In fact, let's do Iron Man 2 and 3 just to get them out of the way.
3 is not that bad. 3 was just
3 was awful.
3 was annoying because they tried to sell us something that just wasn't. They tried to be smarter than
something you don't
themselves.
want to finish
We'll
today.
talk about it when the day comes.
Ugh.
We got to say that one. So next week is going to be
Man
Iron Man
2
2
and
and
Avengers.
Avengers because we did shit out of order, right?
Yeah, because we did shit out of order. Damn
All
Jason, I blame Jason. He's not here.
It is Jason's fault. He should have been on top of this. And then he doesn't even have the balls to come here and defend himself.
Well, that's the perfect time when you blame someone when they're not around.
Well, I mean, that's fine for us to blame him, but I want, I'm an American. I believe that you should stand up to your accusers and speak your piece. And Jason is not even man enough to come and do that.
Oh my, that's gonna be interesting to see his reaction after he watches it. It'll be fun. We'll bring it up next week so he can face his accusers.
Oh, he will. He will come to terms.
I feel like we're the tribunal.
We are now.
The three-headed jury.
We're the ones who look like dummies because we are over here talking about movies out of order.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel bad.
I mean, to be completely fair, I'm not entirely sure we need that to make ourselves look like dummies, but okay.
Oh, no. We could have done it without his help, but he didn't have to help us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's basically saying, don't look. The guy who's walking towards the cliff, don't push him off. Let him walk his own way
Yeah.
off.
If he's gonna walk off the cliff, and by all means, just let him. But you don't need to throwing people off the cliff. That's not cool.
Oh my. So I don't really have any good any up-to-date video game news because the only thing I really have got was the NES Mini. And then the thing I'm jealous about, the stupid Famicom that's going to be Japanese only, which I'm sure is only going to be in Japanese. So even if I imported it, I wouldn't be able to play it.
Learn Japanese.
I'll do that.
Really? I mean, come on there.
I mean, I'd say it's a worthwhile endeavor.
Struggle against adversity. Not really.
Yeah, I don't either. And Max, any comic book news? I think I remember.
No, I've been Magic, so no.
Any Magic news? How about that?
The new Kaladesh set is fucking awesome. Cards you might want to look out for are any of the Gear Hulks. New super foily cards called Masterwork cards, and they're pretty awesome.
Super foily.
Yeah, they're super. They're like foil and then double foil on top of that.
Oh,
nice. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of badass stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Dan doesn't like it because it's mostly artifacts, but
yeah,
I'm having fun, man.
Stupid artifacts.
Yeah. So I never really got into the physical card game. I think Jason tried once, but I played it a little bit on the console. It's fun. It's a fun game, but just the investment.
You actually learn how to play more technically if you learn online. So because like they have all the timers for the the possible counters and stuff like that. So it's actually better, I think, to play online.
Okay.
Just if you want like learn the rules and stuff like that, because then you can pick up the cards at any time and play anywhere.
Nice. All right. Good to know.
And it's a free download on the Xbox One.
Bam. Which one is 2015?
Origins.
Origins. Huh.
Yeah, and I think they're doing that more and more. Yeah, I was gonna say I think as they start to release them, they're gonna start doing them more often. it's a free download, and then to go beyond the starter deck or whatever it is.
You got to pay.
As far as I saw, they keep releasing new stuff every time a new set comes out.
Oh, so they're not doing the yearly release like they were?
I didn't think it was pay to play those though. So
no, the yearly releases previously were not. They were you had to buy it, and then once you bought it, you had everything unless you wanted, to not have to beat the whole game and unlock it and all that extra stuff. The stuff they started selling digitally way back in the day, which really wasn't all that long ago. But it started a downward trend that we're in at now with free to play. Which reminds me of the conversation about Flappy Bird. World of Tanks. How is that game? Any good?
It's okay.
All right. It's
an article on, I think, GameSpot that it's super popular in Europe.
Interesting.
You'd figure it'd be less popular in Europe.
We were ravaged by tanks. I love them.
Yes, tanks. That brings me such fond memories.
Yeah, kaboom.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and then, the other one I do want to check out is Star Trek Online. That's free to play on the console, on the Xbox One even. It's not very good?
Nah.
It's really buggy.
Oh. Yeah, and
okay.
It's not how to do an MMO on a console. I think with the Xbox Elite controller, how you can possibly have 8 buttons to push.
Mm-hmm.
Then you could play an MMO, because then you can assign, a bunch of different stuff to each button and yada yada. But it's hard to play an MMO, to make a good MMO worth playing on a console, I think.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm not big into MMOs. I was hoping that they actually bridged that gap, but it sounds like they did not. It sounds like you still need all those buttons.
I wanted to bring back City of Heroes so bad. I fucking loved that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, Max. I'm sorry.
Nope, it won't. I know it. But that's the only one I ever really played. If they made a StarCraft MMO, I would play the shit out of that too, but they just refused to do it.
Yeah, see, for me, I don't mind. I tried playing Star Wars Republic. Wait, no, not Republic.
Old Republic.
Old Republic, that's what it was. Yes,
the Old Republic.
Yeah, the Old Republic, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. But from what I've heard, it's more free now than it was back, because I think I had to actually pay to play back then. It was pay per month. And I just didn't, I don't know, after the trial, I didn't like it. And I'm not a big into the MMOs, because, Destiny, I think, is as close as they've gotten on console with MMOs. And even then, I guess that's barely there. That's what I was hoping from Star Trek, was something a little bit more like that. But
maybe a Borderlands, I would say, kind of also.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they did port Neverwinter.
I've never played any of those.
It's on the Xbox One. It's an MMO, I guess. I don't know. You run around and there's naked people riding on shiny zebras running around town. It's okay, buddy.
Alrighty then. I think that's a good note to end. Naked people running around on shiny zebras. Thank you all for joining us, and check out the naked people riding around on zebras on Neverwinter Nights. Maybe you'll see Dan riding on one.
Oh, it's great. Let me tell you, I feel so free.
All right, have a good night.